Back on SportsBit. Follow us on Twitter at RealSportsBit, and it's Teddy Covers at Teddy_Covers. Time for big game breakdown. ESPN tonight, Raptors and Cavs. Cavs are 1.5 at home, 227.5 the total. I'm showing DeRozan questionable. The last time they played, it was a rout. It was before the trade deadline, although you can't really tell me that Cleveland's improved their team because you look at their record since the trades. Their guard play still stinks, although they get Love back. Cavs, worst team in the league by a mile, ATS. 23-46-1 against the spread. Toronto ready to lock up the 1 seed. Very important, though. Tied with Golden State for possible finals, the home court as well. Cleveland sitting there at 41-29, trying to grab the 3 seed. Nice job by the Raptors to beat Orlando. Not that that was impressive, but how they did it. No DeRozan, no Van Vliet, and a lot of guys played a lot of minutes.
Yeah, so far in early betting action here on Wednesday, we have seen a little bit of Cleveland money, and we're seeing 2s popping up as we speak. We have seen a little bit of under money. I'm seeing numbers in the 226.5, even 226s out there as we record. Huge difference between these two teams in the standings. You know, Toronto's 11.5 games better than Cleveland. 12 in the win column, 11 in the loss column. These two teams haven't been close. I mean, coming into the season, you say, all right, give me the Cavs plus 11 games against the Raptors. You'll have a lot of takers on that bet right now.
I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad you brought that up because Toronto's already gone over their win total, which was 48, and the Cavs have already gone under their win total.
Yeah, exactly. They have no chance to cash over, but an historic season against the spread for Cleveland. I had a conversation yesterday with Jeff Sherman over at the Westgate Superbook here in Las Vegas. He raised the possibility there's a chance that Cleveland might be an undervalued commodity right now after the win over Milwaukee, a team that basically the wise guys don't want them. The public doesn't want them. Everyone's been burned with the Cavs. There is potential for Cleveland to be a moneymaker down the stretch. Last night, you talk about Toronto in that fourth quarter against Orlando, and it was all the bench. The only starter to get on the floor in the fourth quarter was Kyle Lowry. You look at the graphic right there. They won the fourth quarter, by the way, 25-10, once again shutting down a team during crunch time. And you look at the minutes for the game, Dwayne Casey has relied on his bench all season long, and that bench, again, major minutes across the board. And that was, of course, even in a game where they didn't have DeRozan and they didn't have Van Vliet. So, the injury to DeRozan, the strained thigh, it looked like they might have been keeping him out for the first of back-to-backs. He may play tonight, but the early word, markets don't think he's going to go. That's why we've seen the Cleveland money.
Yeah, very good. Toronto also the third best team ATS this year at 40-30. Toronto, the only team in the league top 5 offensive and defensive efficiency as well. Cleveland 28th in defense, Teddy, and they can't get stops, period. And the other thing, how are you going to make a deep run in the playoffs without any rim protection? Look what Milwaukee did against them Monday night. They were 37-57 on 2-point shots, but that's been the story the whole year with the Cavs giving up easy 2s and no rim protection. Thompson's questionable. So is Hood tonight. And this is one of the things that Toronto does best, get to the rack.
Sure. Look, if you look at the picture with LeBron and Kevin Love, LeBron's really glad to have Kevin Love back in the lineup with so many guys hurt. And, of course, the first game with Love back, 121 points, 121.7 points per 100 possessions on offense. They got 56.8% of the rebounds in that game against the Bucks as well. That's very good. The bad, of course, the defense with Milwaukee, as you mentioned, shooting 37 of 57 on 2-point shots. There's no rim protection right now. Love and Ante Zizic, the only options inside. They're still waiting for Tristan Thompson to get back. As you mentioned, the graphic shows the full season. Only the T-Wolves and Nuggets are worse than Cleveland against 2-point shots. Toronto, a really good offense when it comes to 2-point shots. Look at that graphic, the number 4 in the NBA. And, of course, as you mentioned, no Kyle Korver, no Rodney Hood for the Cavs. That hasn't mattered to the markets yet. The money still coming on Cleveland, betting against Toronto on the second of back-to-backs.
All right, Hood is out. Okay, thank you. And then you got the Korver news as well. Thanks for that.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the games.